I'll race you there! That's cheating!
Cool it! Don't get frostbite! Don't push your luck! Dodge this! Cool it! What's the... Hurry! What's the hurry? Oh, so sorry. Freeze! Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck. Done. This. Freeze. This moment will be frozen in time.
Not so hard!
Dodge this.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent...
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately...
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lily?
Oh, hey! It's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the...
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her...
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply a...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely... Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains. Of the other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was... This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700...
So what do you think of this?
Huh? This... As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue with... But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since
Huh? Did you just...
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Chising. I've continued those duties to this very... Well, let's save that conversation for it. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, if you would excuse me,
And that just about does it. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business and
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked...
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like... Alright, I think it's about... What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and... the Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Chising have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like their attempt. However, both sides were quite obstinate, and hidden impact.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Chising. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows...
Surely the Liyue Chising are not the...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the...
And what now? How is it that the
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediate? Neither path is...
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently square...
Things are taking a turn for... I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent...
Having connections with the Fatui. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for... Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do... But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
What's the hurry?
golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? This is where all of Tibet's mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few... Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky. Good thing, Paimon, but even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of mora, it's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to bed. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding... Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon's, quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia...
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my... where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly guessed that the god of Geo would mysteriously perish the very moment I arrived? If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together. Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, she will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, either way, we now come to my favorite, the battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for...
You could When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequence. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway. Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's... This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Don't get
So
frostbite.
quick to flee. Passable effort. Poor timing.
Cool it.
No one escapes my sight!
Cowering already?
What's the hurt? Dodge this.
Passable
Freeze.
effort. You've made some progress.
What's the hurt?
Poor timing. Passable effort.
This moment will be frozen.
Run
in
all you
time.
like.
Cool it.
Poor
Freeze.
timing. A fine opportunity. Passable effort.
Cool it. Freeze.
Celestial Voyager!
Don't push your luck. Dodge
Not
this.
bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Right. Cool it. Ha! Ah! Ha!
All you do is run.
Freeze!
You've got
What's
some
the
skills.
Cool it! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite! Freeze! Cool it! What's the hurry? Freeze!
You've got some skills.
Cool it!
No use hiding back there.
Freeze! Dodge this!
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now! I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Dodge this! Don't push your luck!
Let it rain!
Cool it! Don't push your luck! Freeze! Cool it! Freeze! Oh, I'm so sorry.
Die here.
Don't push your luck. Push your luck. Dodge this. Don't forget frostbite. Freeze. Dodge this. Cool it. Dodge this.
Die here.
Freeze. Dodge this.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of you had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that— You already know the answer, don't you? But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can—
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never— In fact, it might be that the
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed. As such, we must—
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon stone. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those are sigils of permission! Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you— Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast! What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend... Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god, which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liu.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here...
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion...
What? Wait, all of you are supposed to be the Guardians?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft... For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here, we haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
Dodge this!
You can't run!
Miscalculated. Oh, so sorry.
Have a look at this!
Surrendering.
Cool it! Dodge this! Freeze!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! It was this first.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite! Freeze!
What is that?
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnaev's diplomats will answer for this afterwards. Every last one.
Dodge this! This should be fun.
The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time at Julian Cards! Wow, it's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Let's spark things up a little.
Dodge this! Went too far.
Oh, so sorry. This isn't good.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War!
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
You are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Surrendering.
Cool it! This will be frozen in time. Dodge this!
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Dodge this! Stay right there. I guess. Cool it!
Just once.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry. Dodge this!
Let's fight.
Cool it! This will be frozen in time. Freeze!
Let me amuse myself.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex...
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of it. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life. Both seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But...
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti saw... Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the... Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus...
Are you questioning our means of
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared...
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of... But I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Ark. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scar.
Though your point is the very height of as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their... When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys, and thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the...
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue, the country of contracts, is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of...
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead...
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of...
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, but how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this rite of
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was a... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out, but we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
What's the hurry? Do not fight.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangshen...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went—
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui, we had better go and make sure that everything—
Quite the find. What's the hurry? Liyue cuisine will surely prevail in this year's festival show.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the Oh, it seems that's—
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching—
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped out.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted—
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled— Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think—
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis—
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chiao? No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the—
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the—
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and—
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,000. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard I stood motionless among the crowd.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing. Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept for so many— That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has—
In the end, the resolution to all— Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict— This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, To come, they seized the opportunity to supplant Leo as divine protectors, and used the subsequent...
Huh? That doesn't sound...
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. Wreaking havoc and If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no...
Realistically speaking, there is no...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used about... Uncover that answer for yourself in your...
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
What's the hurry?
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting...
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish,
Fatui? They certainly are very...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to...
Forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there...
Hear ye all! The Qixing, though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it, gods, and adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow, rumors, and hearsay abound on the streets that having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said. So that's how something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said, Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed? Exactly, right? Ooh, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are there speech?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the
3,700 years of contracts.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous, but blinded by our prosperity.
The long, unending dream of our Archon.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, will you stand with us as we re-establish our...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young! The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And name your price. You deserve that.
Whoa!
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe...
Why, you... Were you just trying to look cool? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite? There's...
Look at this! Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, and here you are looking all relaxed!
Why would I not feel more at ease? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should...
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout.
You're right. I do like the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk when I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the butt since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that...
Paimon thinks that we should make a move.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by... Yes, the nation has been the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis,
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment, this is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have...
That's how people in Tibet see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because...
Whoa! That's...
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems the fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of... All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know? Ah, that was a good one. Fail. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the cult, I hinted as much to the Adepta. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you... All right then. Was there anything else you wished to...
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment. Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger. All right then. Was there anything else? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want... Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of... Could the original person who brought up the idea of... All right then. Was there anything else?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, since Morax is dead... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease up.
This is terrible! We're all about to...
Yes, this is indeed a major... Well,
Then, did you at least set some private...
Oh, a private fund.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at... All right then. Was there anything... Well then... I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed...